Today we're cleaning up the heater core for the 62 Studebaker Hawk. What we've done is I've took a bucket of hot water with OxyClean Versatile in it, and there's a small bilge pump in it. The discharge of the bilge pump runs to one inlet or outlet on the heater core, then it runs back into the pump. And there's that 5-gallon bucket's about 2/3 full, and I've got a spacer so the bilge pump isn't totally covered up. And basically we just have a small battery here to power it, and just going to let it run and clean out that heater core as much as possible. Doesn't seem to be a lot of dirt, but we'll see. I found this OxyClean Versatile cleaner is good all-purpose cleaner. I used it on my gas tank, for example. Clean real good, and this heater core may just be pretty clean, so we'll see how it does. We'll check back here in a little while. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes, and what I did was I went ahead and swapped the hoses on the heater core to reverse the flush direction. So we'll let it sit and flush some more. It's definitely getting dirty in the bucket. It'll be interesting to see what kind of larger crud's on the bottom. So the water's still pretty warm, and the heater core is getting pretty warm. And no leaks. I haven't seen any water on the heater core. I'll check again when I'm done. But they'll also be pressure tested too. What I'm trying to do is avoid taking it to the radiator shop and stripping off all this nice factory paint. It has a little off in some places, but you know, try not to take off good paint if I can avoid it. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully this is going to be a good heater core, nice and clean, and it'll really heat up the car. Okay, I've went ahead and stopped it. It's ran for at least 3 hours, if not 3.5 hours. I think it's probably clean what it's going to clean, and you can see it's pretty dirty in the bucket. So, well, really can't see inside it very well, but I think it's going to be fine. And the good thing is no leaks, although I will leak check it with about 4 pounds per square inch of air. So now we're going to go ahead and get set up for the defroster unit. Got a little ahead of myself. I was draining out the lines and realized I need to flush some clear water through this thing. So I set up a wash pan of hot clear water and just letting it flush, and I'll reverse the lines and flush it backwards too, just to get the soapy OxyClean out of the heater core. So I think that's an important step. You really don't want that in your system. And I noticed it did get some crud out here when I started it up. So now I'll reverse flush. I may need to turn that core upside down too. See if I get any more heavy solids out. I've flushed this a couple of times now. I've changed the water a couple of times. You can see that there's some big crud got flushed out. I know the water's flowing, so it probably makes it hard to see, but and I've swapped it a couple of times, you know, reverse the flow. Question probably come up to exactly what I used this Versatile. Here's the OxyClean Versatile. I get it at Dollar General. This large bucket of it is about $7 at Dollar General. And I use 3 scoops in the for the heater core. I'll probably use 3 scoops for the defroster core. The other thing I wanted to mention was pretty much this only cost me a few bucks. I went and got this clear plastic tubing at Lowe's because I didn't want to use my new heater hose. Also, there's the 3/8 hose for the defroster core, and I got the versatile stuff. The little bilge pump was one that I scavenged cleaning up my dad's place, and then I had the lawnmower battery that I use for powering my timing light when I work on my 6-volt 54 sedan. But any 12-volt battery, you know, to even pull your car up and hook the wires up to it. I had nothing fancy. I used some spring clamps to hook the wires to the terminals. I know, kind of redneck. And then I've got them got it hooked to a charger so I won't run the battery down. It needed to be charged anyway. So most of all this I had, like I say, spent a few dollars on the clear rubber tubing and then the cleaner. Alright, getting set up to clean the defroster unit out. This is a standalone unit that has its own motor and 3/8 hose going to and from it. And so what I've done, since the pump has a larger diameter discharge, I found a T kind of similar to the T on the GT heating system. That's 5/8 run and 3/8 branch, and in wonderful redneck engineering, I put a wooden plug on one end with a short piece of tubing, and this short piece of tubing attaches to the pump, and then this branch will go to the defroster unit. So let me get it hooked up and I'll show it to you, everything hooked up. Ooh, my neighbor gave me some peppers. They're going to be good. Cook with some squash and onions. Okay, anyway, got the flow going for the defroster core. Basically not much to look at, but a lot of foam in the bucket right now, but it'll go on down. But I think this is working out pretty well. I think it worked out pretty well in the heater core. We'll look inside it here in a minute, see what we can see. I doubt we're going to see a whole lot. Really couldn't see anything in the heater core, but I did want to show you this. This is the top side. This is the side that you more or less see inside the car under the seat. And as you can see, I am not going to paint that. That thing looks pretty good. So I'll touch up on a little on the bottom where a little paint's off of it, but not going to paint this.